You know, if you look at the screen right now, you see that we kind of had a good amount of progress, you know? We have 6 out of 6 campers, 6 out of 7 socks, all the crystals, but there's one thing that looks a little odd. We only have 3 out of the 8 golden spatulas in this level. We still have 5 to get, but luckily all those won't take that long, because, well...
Barnacle Boy, I think I found all your crystals! Now I can see your secret superpower!
Alright, stand back! Oh boy. There!
What happened?
I gained the power to trim my nose hairs at super speed.
Incredible!
Yeah, I guess so. Well then, I need to return to the Mermalair and get back to work. But here, take this golden spatula and go away.
Of course, Barnacle Boy! I'm always happy to lend my services to my favorite superhero. If you ever run into trouble again, let me know.
Yeah, sure, kid. Thanks. And goodbye.
Well, hey, my fellow video gamers and Let's Players, I am JodoPlays, and welcome back to another episode of... Let's Play SpongeBob Squarepants Battle for Bikini Bottom. And that was the grand old 70th sock of the project, and this is the 20th episode of the project. You know, we've done a lot in 10 episodes. On episode 10, we were stuck fighting Prawn in the Mermalair, which is kind of funny that we start off episode 20 talking to Mermaid Man. No, Barnacle Boy, not Mermaid Man. We're talking to Barnacle Boy here. I do not want to shame anyone here, and I also don't want to die. The reason why is I'd rather not have to do that thing for a 5th time. That is just me. I just kind of don't want that to happen, so I'm going to be really careful here, and that is, thank God I got here. Now, remember when I said about the last button? Well, I forgot that you actually do kind of have to hit this button here in order to leave the Kelp Forest. So, let's hit the button right over there, and we unlock that area to get yet another golden spatula. Now it really doesn't matter if we die, because if we die, that will still be open. So, thank the Lord, we're done. We're done with the Kelp Caves. The puzzle wasn't all that bad. It's just I kept dying, so I had to do the puzzle over and over and over again. Luckily, the monsoon, once you kill the monsoon, he's dead forever, so that's really nice. Also, if you go here, you can kind of see it's very bright out there, but the Kelp Forest isn't bright. Anyways, the Kelp Vines. Just look at them. Look at the horror. Look at the horror that is the Kelp Vines.
Hi, Mermaid Man. What are you doing here?
Oh, hello, Kyle. I was trying to find some of our missing energy crystals when I came across this vine. In my younger days, I held the all-time speed record for vine sliding. You should try it! What a hoot! And if you can beat my best time, I'll give you another of these gold spatulas!
Well, I am a bit busy with all these robots, but sure, why not? It does look like fun.
Try not to fall off!
Yeah, that's actually a good word of wisdom there, because you kinda don't want to fall off, but like I said, look at the majestic area that is there. Is that actually part of the slide? Excuse me. I believe that is actually part of the slide, but this slide is a doozy. Now, I'm first going to try doing this just to beat it, and also there is this right here, which can be a little hard to actually master, but that's actually a shortcut that is really helpful if you actually want to go for the time attack, which I've kind of learned how to actually get that shortcut about every try. But now, for this slide, you really want to make sure that your turning capabilities are at an all-time high, because there are some turns on this little slide here that can be a doozy, if you know what I mean, kind of, I guess. Now, going up here, I believe there is a sock we can get. It's just, I think we have to jump somewhere, but I'm not sure. Either that, or we just keep going on this thing here, which I believe I missed the sock. I don't know exactly where the sock was, but I guess I'm going to die anyways and not worry about the time trial, because we kind of hit a checkpoint, which is really bad for the time trial, because if you hit the checkpoint, you kind of have to redo it anyways. But yeah, a lot of people deem this thing here as one of the harder levels. Now, I believe jumping over here will eventually lead to the sock, if I can stay on the slide, that is. Now, I don't see myself getting overly, like, really troubled with this, because I know it might take a little bit to actually get the sock, but the reason I'm taking so long to do this is because I'm trying to get the sock, and not anything else, because I believe I'm supposed to jump somewhere, but I think it's supposed to be, it might be over here or not. It is not over there. Okay. 1, I was not on there, and 2, okay, I'm trying to remember this, because I just remembered this. I believe there's another area to jump after we get over to here. After we jump there, I think there's supposed to be another leaf we jump on or something like that. I believe it is. I mean, I'm not exactly sure, but if this takes any more tries, I'm probably going to cut this out. Oh, there it is, there it is, there it is. Okay, okay. I'll say that right now. I'll just keep commentating there. That is the leaf you have to actually jump on. So, yeah. Other than just going on the high route, you also have to take another route in order to get to even higher route, I guess. And, okay, watch out there. That was... I did not turn far enough. Oh, God. Okay, okay, okay. That jump is very cheap. A lot of things in this slide are very cheap, but that jump especially was very cheap. There we go. And that will lead to a 50 shiny object, but more importantly, will lead to the final sock in the Kelp Forest. Thank the Lord. I'll say right now that once I got that sock in this area, I was like, you know what? I am perfectly set to 100% this game, because I knew that once I got that, I would be able to get everything, and that's actually a really bad thing, because you do not want to jump there, because I guess you don't keep your momentum going or whatever. I don't know. I just decided to go down here this time, which I believe is actually faster in the long run if you want to know, or if you want to know anything. That was a really close, tight turn there. That is what I'm trying to say, and I believe this is back to where we were anyways. I'm not exactly sure, but I think it isn't. Ooh, that's a very dark area. Now, I think we're getting close to the end of the slide, and also, ooh, God, I can't believe I actually did that. Now, let's go down here. This seems like it would be a little easier. I don't know, maybe it will be, maybe it's not. I do not have this slide mapped out in the back of my head, but I do end up falling to my death very often. I'm actually going a different path now. I don't know if you actually saw it, but I decided to go a different path because I believe this path is actually a little bit easier, because as you see here, this will lead us to the actual golden spatula that you get for completing the slide. But that's not the time trial one. That's just the pansy, oh, you actually got through the slide one in however many deaths it took. Now, this will bring you back to the Kelp Forest, or, well, I mean, the whole area is the Kelp Forest, but it'll bring you back to the main part of the Kelp Forest. But we have a time attack to take on. So you know what? We are going to be trying this time attack. Oh, God. I don't know how this is going to work, but I kind of think I know the path I want to go in order to do this, and with the shortcut I showed, which sometimes is a little hard to work, because you might not make it perfect like that. It is very hard to do at times, and also, I'm not used to the way this is right now. I'll say that right now. I am not used to how my mic is in front of me in the way it is, so that's why, like, if you hear me accidentally hitting things, that is kind of why it's like that. Now, I know doing this is, well, one, I'll say that I found this out also from Multi-Classic Gamer. I've really, like, shouted him out many times. It's just that I like saying things because I watched his Let's Play, and he, like, showed a lot of shortcut things that made it, like, that I found that, oh, this is actually a lot easier to do. Like, without taking that one shortcut, the time challenge is, like, almost impossible to do. I'll say that right now. Okay, that was really stupid. I'll say that. That was really stupid, how I just jumped right on top of the tikis, making it so I stop sliding, which means I waste time and money and time. I don't know how I'm staying on this right now. I don't know how I stayed on the slide while going down that for the little bit. Ay, ay, ay. You know, some people might be yelling at me and saying, you know, you gotta use the C stick. That's what you gotta do. You gotta use the C stick to turn. And I never used the C stick to turn, which is kind of a bad thing, but hey, we got through the time challenge not really all that bad. So yeah, well, how many tries did that take? 2? I mean, well, by that I mean...
That's so some time you've gotten.
I guess you could say I had that course licked.
I guess I owe you a reward. Take this golden spatula.
Thanks, Mermaid Man.
Now, you probably got what I meant by only 2 tries. I meant that, after I got the, like, the time trial thing, after I actually started really trying for the time trial, it only took 2 tries to do. That is what I'm trying to say. Anyways, it is probably really close to impossible in order to do the time trial and the actual regular, the regular golden spatula, but, well, let's actually go back to the Kelp Forest the correct way, which is through the one little portal right there. Now, I have no idea what time I'm on, because I haven't timed anything in the Kelp Forest, because I'm like, just by how I have to stand, I'm like, I cannot see the timer correctly, but we only have one last thing we need to do in the Kelp Forest, and that is we kind of have to go back to good old Mrs. Puff, which I believe I am close to, or actually I was up there, which I guess that's something you can only access once you finish the Kelp Forest, because most levels loop like that. Actually, no, I think all levels loop like that. That is something that happens in every single level, but we do have to talk to Mrs. Puff in order to get our reward for finally getting everything in the Kelp Forest, and or just the students and or campers.
SpongeBob, there you are. Thanks to you, all the campers have safely returned.
No problem, Mrs. Puff. Any self-respecting sponge would gladly help. And it was actually fun exploring the Kelp Forest.
You're not so bad when you aren't behind a wheel, SpongeBob. Thanks again.
Always glad to lend a hand, Mrs. Puff.
I found this golden spatula the other day. Why don't you take it? You definitely earned it.
Wow, Mrs. Puff. I'll cherish it always.
Sorry, I just had to clean up my pants. Anyways, let's go and get the golden spatula. I don't know why I had to clean up my pants, but I just had to go to the bathroom. Anyways, look at that. Just look at that. Kelp Forest. It's all done. The pain, the torture, the horror. Kelp Forest, it's fully complete. Oh my god, thank you. Okay. I got probably everyone's least favorite level in the game out of the way. And now everything is downhill, unless the next level really screws me over, which I doubt that's going to happen. Anyways, that is about it for this episode of Let's Play Spongebob Squarepants Battle for Bikini Bottom. In the next episode, we are going to be heading to the Flying Dutchman's Graveyard, the final level in Spongebob Squarepants Battle for Bikini Bottom. I mean, technically SpongeBob's dream is, but this is the level that requires the most amount of golden spatulas in order to get into. So, this has been Juddle Plays saying see you later and goodbye.